to introduce Natalia Andakulova. She's owner of Andakulova Gallery in Dubai. She's a successful businesswoman, and I'm very interested to meet you and to say hello to you, Natalia. And my first question to you: what do you think? How for business to survive that difficult, turbulent time?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Olga. Thank you so much for inviting me. Yeah, and unfortunately, we have up and downs, but it's also a good time to look at our business from different angle and to find the opportunities what we have. Luckily, we have internet, and nowadays,
Natalia, can you little bit tell me, please, about your business and for our audience?
Yeah, sure. I opened a gallery 8 years ago, and it's located in DFC, Dubai. So it's a financial center, as you know. And I was 26 when I opened the business, and it was quite challenging for me. And first, what I did, I found the space and I bought the space. And I think it was stepping stone. Why? Because the rent is really very high in Dubai. So I think it was a good move that I don't need to pay the rent. It's very important for any business. Also, when I was opening a gallery, I thought it's like a one way, just direct sales of the artworks. But in general, I find out that I can rent the artworks. It's another way of finding the income. I start to have the online lectures and live lectures, which is very important also as a additional profit. So when you do educational programs, you don't have you don't need to spend a lot. So what you're investing, it's your knowledge, and you have to be professional. So another way, I start to work with the developers, and it's another things what gallery can do. And developers ordering for example, mirrors, paintings, or print. So it's the diversity. It's something completely different. So in a small business as a gallery, you can find a lot of opportunity how to work, how to find the new client. You can work B2B or B2C and do it all the time.
It's very interesting. Do you think that this coronavirus and this situation in general, it makes you to think quicker? It gave you some new ideas, or you were thinking that even before? How this situation now affecting the business?
Nowadays, I'm looking for the different platform where I can sell artworks. For example, there is a lot of platforms in all over the world, like in US, in China, which is the huge market. And all what you need is a computer, upload the photos of the artworks, upload the prices and information. So here we go. You can find the client in completely different countries. So the only what you need to do is to deliver it. So it's also another opportunity. And as I said, it's important to have your audience, and how to build this audience through the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. So there is a lot of opportunities to do it. And now we all have time to do it. So the more you go to live, the more you spread the information, what you are doing exactly, what is the products you're representing, the more people will know about you.
It's very interesting, because also when we started our group and our blog and our channel, Hidden Hero, it was because it was definitely before the crisis. And it speaks about that every person is a hero, and there is a hero who is living inside of us, for any person. But nowadays, there is really the time for this hero to go out, and that experts from all around the world, from the hospitals, from the business, they really give power to people, because like you don't give up. A lot of business people nowadays, they say, I cannot even think about my business. I just don't want to wake up. I don't want to dress up. I don't want to go out because I don't know when it will be finished. This uncertainty, for example, they say maybe it will be finished 15th of April. No, maybe 1st of May. Now some people say maybe it will last for 1 year. What do you recommend for people who, in a way, they lost hope?
First of all, as any entrepreneur and businessman or businesswoman, we shouldn't give up. Yeah, that it's happened all the time, that we have all like challenges and up and downs. But first of all, we should be responsible for ourselves, for our business, and we're supposed to have a routine even daily. So wake up, to have the like 1 hour for education, 1 hour for thinking like how you can develop your business, what the steps you can do, and of course like use the affirmation that everything will be fine, because even in any philosophy we have sayings that after all sunset we have sunrise. So, and of course this situation will be over. Like if we look back through the history of the big depression, of the crisis which we will witness in 2007 2008, we passed all the stages and we alive, we are breathing, nothing happened. Yes, we find we have some lessons and we have some experience. So the crisis 2007 give us the idea that we have like a safety pillow, I can say, something some money what we're supposed to have for the 6 or 7 months ahead, even if we don't have like good business. So we have to have some opportunity to have the savings or like additional investment where we can to have the like usual expenses, to cover our usual expenses. So of course we should think ahead and not put ourselves into the super stressful situation that I don't know how to pay for the phone, I don't know how to pay. That we should have a backup, and we should think how to spend the money when we have good business. So I think there is hope, and all these days will be over, hopefully soon, the sooner the better. But still, I think that it's the best time to invest in yourself and think about the different angles to see the business, like how we can develop, what we can do, what the opportunities. I also want to tell about some of the restaurants, for example, who's doing the not connected deliveries. So
yes,
they're like rocking now. The shares is up. They're selling, so they're ahead of the business. So somebody has an idea in this difficult situation that you can have not delivery when the people don't see anyone, don't touch anyone. So it's incredible. So in any business there is always opportunity.
It's very interesting. Natalia, what do you think, what you will recommend for people who were just planning to open their businesses, but now they are stopped, they are not sure? Of course, it's not very easy time to start the business, and a lot of people, they even have hesitations. Should I do it or not? What are there new chances for new businesses nowadays? What do you think?
There is one thing that it's always late to open the business, but never late. So if you're sure that your product will be necessary for the people, if you're sure that you're doing something what you love, that's very important, what you like to do. So, and of course, when I study MBA, there is like a business plan. Yeah, before you open any business, you should think, you should calculate ahead. Yeah, you cannot predict 100% like what will be after 1 year or 2 years, but it should be research. It should be you should think and calculate how much you need for the 1 year, even if you don't have the good business. So I cannot say that you should just jump into any business. It's still like you should do the calculation.
If it's were you, and you will know that this year there will be that big crisis, you will prepare for that differently. Will you do something or no? If you know,
Of
let's say
course,
1 year ago.
yeah. Actually, somehow I couldn't say I knew, but everybody was talking about the recession. If you remember, like everybody
Yes.
was preparing that the recession will happen. We didn't know that it will be escalated by the coronavirus, but somehow people were talking around, and I'm in field where a lot of people working in finance, and luckily I heard the information that you should be prepared, you should have the backup, you should have at least for 1 year the backup. So of course it helped me not to be so stressed nowadays. So of course, as anyone else, I'm worried about the situation, what's going on now, but at least I have some backup, which is comforting me. Yeah, and also, as I said, like nowadays I have a lot of time, and I'm doing live, like 24th I will do live with the Russian social club, so which is brings the new audience. And I'm also like finding to speak more freely in front of cameras, because it gives the opportunity to reach the world. So yeah.
It's very interesting. Tell me, please, what about online opportunities? You said that there are a lot of opportunities. What opportunities you see for the gallery? How can you diverse your business? What you can do now? What do you think you can do? You said that you can sell the paintings all around the world. And by the way, you are from Uzbekistan, and you represent a lot of Uzbek
Central Asian
artists,
art, yeah.
Central Asia. Yeah. What do you think? What you can do online?
The first of all, I can represent the artist through the online platforms, which is all over the world, as I said, which is located in US, like Artsy, for example, or ArtNet, or like there is a lot of platforms who is doing a lot of like very good SME, which is very expensive. And there is also a chance to be on these platforms and represent, as I said, like in different countries. So for example, in China, now China is a huge market, even in art world. So, and the same as US, for example. What I'm saying that this time is the opportunity to be like to be recognized globally. And what we need just to sit and research and find the way where we can represent our products, like for example the paintings. And another things, because I'm an art historian, I can do the lectures about contemporary art, about art history, which is quite interesting, because in this time also people want to invest in the education and have some knowledge, so about art, for example. And this is another way how to generate the income. And what I want to say that nowadays a lot of platforms like Grupada, for example, is doing the good offers. They're offering only 5% charge from the if I do lectures, for example, and I have 10 people, and the course is like $50, so they charge only $2.50 per person. So it's quite good opportunities, and everything is there. You just register your course. So even if you're doing the cooking, for example, if you good cook, or I don't know where in which field your business is, or you good in management, and you can have a webinar about the management or something else. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunities as well to go online.
It's good because, you know, it gives a big hope that you can research, you can find platforms, you can use this time effectively. You can, you know, instead of being in depression and thinking that we are locked down, you can even change the language. You can say that I'm saving the world because I'm sitting in the house. That gives other people not to catch that virus. But meanwhile, I'm educating myself. I'm preparing for new business. I'm saving my team because I'm finding new resources. to pay them money, to give good service to people. Yeah, a lot of people are asking, all business niches are already occupied, especially online niches. There's so many experts on art, on health, on mental health, on business. How can I start my business, or how can I promote my business online if everybody's online? If everything is already occupied, how can I be one of 1,001? What you can answer to that people and to that question?
One thing what I can say, if you like your work, if you do it passionately, of course you will be noticeable. So like, for example, in my experience, personal experience, for example, when I start to work and upload the information on LinkedIn, like 3 years, I didn't feel any impact. But when I start to have 15,000 people, and the people start to respond, ask the information, and I start to have like new clients who was buying from the gallery. So it shows that it works. So if you like the products, if you're sure about what you're doing, if you believe in it, so I'm sure that you will be successful online, or like through the social media or media in general, if you have the publication, or even your personal social media.
Natalia, tell me please, some people are asking, and of course it's of interest to all of us, that now there are a lot of free of charge services, and a lot of experts saying to help others we are giving free of charge services, and of course it influencing the market. Let's say if you charge your lecture $100, and nowadays everybody is giving free of charge services. How to survive in that situation? How you will adjust your business to that?
Of course, you also have to do the free lectures and free webinars just to show the people what are you doing, and it's like a marketing. It's a way of marketing yourself. And like a couple of lectures, it can be free, but in this lecture you can talk about other one which will be paid. So in this way you can find a new audience. So this is what the Harvard even doing nowadays. You can find a lot of online courses, which is free. Like, for example, it will be 64 courses in different angles and different field, which is free. But at the same time, another 64, it's paid. So first of all, you're learning how to use online lectures or online courses. By the way, like my first degree was physics and math, and my master degree is IT technologist. And
it's wonderful. All this is matching, and it's like unprecedented knowledge, which is very useful nowadays. Yeah.
And I remember in 2006, I did my diploma in my master degree in IT, and my theme was distance education. And at that time, I already knew that a lot of universities like Cambridge, Harvard, all their library is online, and you can have access to that and you can learn. But even at the time, I was thinking, wow, how the people can learn online, how they can educate online. But nowadays, we are so ready to it. Everything, schools, universities, courses is online. But still, many people never use online lectures, never use online courses, which is even you can pass and get the certificate. So in this way, most of the companies are pushing people to learn how to do it. And then they feel more comfortable to attend webinars, paid webinars, lectures, or invest some time and finance into the education.
Very good. And tell me, please, when all this is over, because I am absolutely sure that this quarantine and this virus, it's not forever. And we hope, and we have big hope that sooner or later we will enter in the, and the business will start again. And of course, maybe it will be different world with different values. Maybe we will be more responsible for nature, for ecology, for human beings around us. But I believe that this is a time of being united. And partially, maybe this crisis is because of our egoism, when we were very much concentrated on us and on our needs. And now we have the time to be connected. And I think your business now is also about connecting. But what do you think you will go out of that crisis? Will you continue to work with the hotels? Because in Dubai, there's so many big hotels and new places, or you will only stay online? Will you make something online, or what is your plan for future, for, let's say, for this year, for the next year? How you will separate your business, diverse your business?
So, of course, it will be over soon. And what I think, like in the future, of course, we will have the different preferences. And one thing, what I'm sure about, we have to adapt. And the sooner we adapt to the situation and the new preferences of the people, the sooner we will get back to normal life. Yeah, the sooner we will get back to the normal business again. And of course, I will continue doing online. I will continue doing working with the hotels, because life is not stopping. The people will be traveling. The people will be living the normal life. Of course, we will learn our lessons, and we will think differently probably in the future, but life will never stop. So in this situation, I just for the last 2 months, I find a lot of opportunities where I can work online more, and how to create the courses, and how to for example, to create the course which I'm planning to do, which I will I will do the video, and about the whole history of art in the different periods. I will record it, and it will be like a temporary, so which is completely different. And I find that it's very great idea which I'm planning to do. So
it's a great idea. It's very interesting. And I attended one of your lectures, the last lecture. It was before the crisis, and it was about luxury, about luxury and fashion, but it was very, very elegantly done. And as Dostoevsky said, that the world will be saved by the beauty will save the world. I believe that when we stay beautiful and positive, it also gives hope and good mood to other people. It doesn't mean if we are in crisis, we all should be ugly, we should all be wearing pajamas. No, not at all. The beauty and the fashion, maybe it will be a little bit different than before, but it will continue to be. Now, Natalie, if you allow me, I would like to ask a personal question. I know that quite recently you got married, just before that crisis. How is your family life? I mean, it's not very common to get married. Is it affected or no? How do you feel?
For us, as a newlywed, I can say it's the opposite. We are bonding together. It's a good time to know each other, to know the character. But of course, I can say that like the tension can be at any family, but we should be very careful to each other. We should think about other person also, to give the space sometime. For example, I do my own research in other room, and you should feel each other. And I think it's a caring time. Think about each other, and I think it's opposite. It should unite the people at this time. Yeah, you should think about the family. I'm so lucky that it happened many times. I said, oh, good that I'm not alone, because I have many friends who is complaining that they're alone. They don't have chance to talk with people face to face. And somehow we are humans, we are social. We want to be surrounded with people. So of course, I find that people who is having family members at home, they take it more easy than the people who are alone. Of course, we can use Zoom, we can see each other all the time, but it's a little bit different. So yeah.
Oh, I wish you big success in your family life, and I want you to be happy, and even let this time use you, teach you something, because in a way it's a unique time. Maybe it's not easy time. Tell me, please, what is the biggest lesson you this time gave you? What is maybe something you found out about yourself and about business? If there is something new that you found out for the last months about yourself?
The big lesson that it's nothing permanent. Everything is changing. Everything is liquid, I can say. And I can see how some companies, like, for example, the ladies which is having the atelier, they start to stitch the mask, for example. So they're completely changing the what they're doing. So means that even your business might be not sustained, but it can be changed. It can be diverse to something completely different, and nothing wrong about it. It's everything would happen for best. In Japan, they have a sayings that if something bad happen, open a bottle of champagne or wine and start to celebrate. And somebody asked why we should celebrate. They said because if something bad happened, after that something good will come up. So, and we all know that sometime in our life we have something we can say bad experience, but then we learn the lesson, and it brings the bright side. So we sometimes we are very glad that it happened. So I can say that never give up. Always think positive. Everything will pass. Everything will be fine. And yeah, life is like that. It's up and down, up and down. Like my mom always said, the small stress is always good for the people, because you cannot be always high and like everything is good. You should solve some issues. You should solve find the solutions, what I can say. So, and this is our journey. Yeah. Soon we will
Natalia,
remember our journey.
I absolutely agree with you, and I agree with these Japanese people. You know that a big part of my life is connected with I lived in Japan and I worked there as a diplomat, and I agree. And now there is a time to open champagne. Even it looks like very strange, and it's a very sad time, but really there are a lot of lessons. And for me, the biggest lesson I received from doctors who are in such stressful situation, and they manage to give hope to humanity. I can imagine when you're in the hospital and you're afraid that you will bring this disease to your house and you're exhausted, and still you have power to help others. This is unbelievable, and I think we are very much connected. I feel I'm connected to Uzbekistan, to your gallery, to Dubai, to Moscow, to London, to India, to Pakistan, to isolated places before, but the world really is a small place. And I'll be very interested to make in the future with you a session where you can show us some paintings, maybe some paintings from your gallery, or maybe some paintings that you will recommend us to look at, to think about. Maybe it can boost our mood, because I believe that in poetry as well as in paintings, there is a lot of knowledge that we can gain and study during that time.
Absolutely. And like in a couple of days, I will do the lecture about how the art is affecting us, affecting our mood. So I will talk about the colors, how the colors even having the impact, how the music affecting our soul, our mind.
But Natalie, tell me please, like now when we are stuck in the house, we cannot go anywhere, let's say about the colors, which colors, and definitely a lot of people are stressed and afraid. What colors you recommend to wear and to have in the room next to us?
The green and blue colors always soothing. So the red is more I can say the passionate, more sometimes even can be motivate you, like helping to wake up So it's
actually,
even
this
if
is
you
what I'm doing today. I'm helping actually myself, you know, because helping. But the green and blue, yeah, that is the color that.
Especially for the people who's on diet, the green is very good. So they said if you do sport or if you want to lose weight, it's good to surround with the green. So to have the some colors, and also in the rooms, for example, it can good when it's like olive color, for example. It's very soothing, like the walls. And also it's good when like different rooms having different colors. So it's also quite interesting. And what I can say that nowadays it's better to listen to meditation. It's better to avoid a lot of information, a lot of negative information. To try to stay away from the news. Of course, you can have one channel, like 1 hour a day, to be aware what's going on, but not from morning until evening listening the bad news, like because it's also affecting the mood and like your day. So nowadays we can choose what we're listening. So now we have YouTube, we have a lot of opportunity to listen to meditation, good music, happy music. Start your day with the positive music or affirmation, for example. So it will help to switch your mood, your mind to the good mood. Yeah.
Natalia, thank you so much for great advices, for great mood that you are portraying in the world, because, you know, this mood is very important, especially, you know, it's like it's beauty, it's education, it's beautiful paintings. And as you said, there is a lot of opportunities online to get to the best universities, to watch the best paintings, and even to study what they are meaning, because then maybe we can bring it to our teams, to our businesses, to people whom we love. And I'm sure we will meet again. Good luck to your business and to your young family. Let you be happy and, of course, healthy. So I was very happy to see you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. See you soon.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.